my name's Steve Valenzuela, and this is a 2022 Chevy Duramax Dually 3500. I build street rods for a living, so pretty much I go pretty much anywhere in the state of California. Outside, I've gone out furthest to New Mexico and towed vehicles. I end up having a bumper pull, which is a car trailer, which just allows me to put my cars on the trailer and then bring them back home. This is my 5th Duramax. This is a brand new one. I started having pedal hesitancy. I heard Banks had done some testing procedures on some things, and I figured I'd bring it down to them and test it out, see what's going on with it.
All right, Steve, you're going to play the role of cameraman right here. Sorry, I'm going to point. So this is our iDash right here, our iDash 1.8. Okay. So on this screen right here, if you go up and down, you can see that we're adjusting the level, the sensitivity level of the PedalMonster. Right. This is your throttle booster. Now, this is the module that's up under your dash, and this is the one that adds pedal sensitivity. It doesn't add power, but it increases your pedal sensitivity. Okay. All right, and right now we're in city, and if you keep going up like this, you'll see it change to sport, and then all the way to track. It's like climbing a ladder, okay? Okay. This is like crazy sensitivity, like twitchy mode. Right. And then come down here, sport is great for your truck, for your dually. And then we've got city, and then of course we'll end up at stock. And this is a true stock. Okay. This means it's a normally closed relay, we're in stock. Okay. So we've bypassed the module completely. Then if we want to adjust the Derringer over here, which is the power adder, that in this truck, you've got as a 2021, we're adding 81 horsepower and 144 pound-feet of torque at level 6. So all we have to do is click the back button. You see it highlighted, the 3 over here. Right. I'm gonna go up to level 6, and that is max power. If I go down, you'll see it goes to STK for stock. Okay. All right, so I'm gonna go up. We're gonna go all the way to level 6. And normally, you'll see you're either on this side of the screen or that side of the screen. Okay. All you have to do to switch is hit that back button like this. Okay. These are configurable gauges. Right now, I've set it to your regen status, because otherwise, this truck will not tell you when the DPF is regenning. Okay. Now you'll see it here. I've also got trans temp, and I have the gear that you're in, which normally you just know if you're in park, neutral, or drive. This will show you what gear you're in. If we wanted to change the trans temp to something, we could come in here and say gauge selection and go to trans temp and then category. It's the same parameters grouped 2 different ways. So I'm going to select category. You have air density, Derringer, diagnostic, emissions, engine performance, air, fuel, pressure. Let me just click pressure, for example. Ambient air pressure, boost pressure in vacuum or PSI, DPF delta pressure. This is in front and back of your DPF. Mm-hmm. Engine oil pressure, fuel rail pressure commanded, your fuel rail pressure, lift pump pressure, manifold absolute pressure. I could go on and on. This is all the stuff in just the pressure category that you can monitor on this truck. It's awesome. It's absolutely incredible. Most guys are like, show me boost. So there's your boost pressure right there. Okay. All right. So this is just a little sampling of what this is capable of. This plugs into your OBD, and it's pulling real-time data and doing computations with that real-time data. Okay. So now what I want to do is take a spin around the block and actually show you how this feels. Sounds good. We can go down if you want to make a right at the cul-de-sac. And then I'm going to have you bump it up to level 6. Go for a run. And after we do Derringer in level 6, then we'll have you start playing with the PedalMonster. Now the Derringer really is nice when you're towing. So let's pull over here and just go ahead, click that the back button on your lower right hand corner. There you go. Now it's activated. Now it'll go up to level 6. That's it right there. Okay. How does that feel?
You can tell the difference. Yeah, you can tell big time.
It pulls harder in each gear, doesn't it?
Right.
All right, we'll make a U-turn here. And then it's PedalMonster time. All right, and now I want you to turn PedalMonster. Let's go. Do
we still want to keep the Derringer in 6?
Yeah, we're going to keep Derringer in 6. And I want you to go up to say, click one more time. And now you're on the left side of the screen. Right. And using the up arrow, let's go to city 5 or so. Keep going up. Let's like 5 bars up in city.
Oh, it's not going. Oh, there it is.
There you go.
1,
Yep,
2,
your left-hand
3, 4,
side.
That's 5.
Yep. And that'll have 2 vertical bar graphs, and it'll show you actually stacked bar graphs. You'll see as soon as you hit the pedal, you'll see what I'm talking about.
Oh yeah. Yeah, you can tell big time.
Just hit that back button one more time. That'll put you over to the left-hand side of the screen, and then go up. Climb the. Oh, you're in
City.
Derringer right now.
Oh.
There you go.
City.
Yep.
So now.
Keep going up. Keep climbing. Keep climbing.
Okay, sport.
Keep climbing. Keep climbing. Let's go there. Top of sport. Let's see how that feels.
Oh yeah, just the reaction right there. That's crazy.
Describe for me what your foot is doing. How do you feel? Like can you put it into words?
Once I accelerate, before, like when it was stock, when I accelerate, I would get that just like a little pause. Here, when I get it, you can feel the reaction hitting it right away. And that's probably about 7-8 bars up on the sport side. So, I mean, and you can feel the pickup because I felt my rear wheels, and usually my rear wheels don't move the way they just did.
You've got a lot of meat on the ground.
Oh yeah.
Here we go. Now you're in track. It's up to you how high you want to go.
Let's just try this. So that's 6 bars. Oh yeah. None of my trucks ever felt like this. It's got smoother shifts too.
I want to show you something really cool that only the Banks device has.
Man, that's crazy. Man, that was
I couldn't hold on.
That was hardly any tension on that pedal, and that happened. That's awesome.
I want to show you something that's cool here. Let's go up about 100 feet.
Okay.
And then I want you to put it in reverse and tell me what it says on the screen. Let's just go up here. Yep. Anywhere you want.
Okay.
Okay. And what does that say?
Reverse mode.
Yeah, now back up and tell me what happens. Stock, isn't it?
Yeah.
So this is the only throttle booster on the market that knows what gear you're in and returns you to stock throttle sensitivity in reverse.
That's awesome.
So, I mean, you're pulling trailers all the time.
Right.
You don't want to be hauling ass backwards.
No.
There's no way to destroy a trailer faster than to blip it backwards.
Right.
Jackknife it. So this knows.
So what do you advise on driving this in the city? I mean, should I just go by my feel, or should I just always put it back to stock and then just start feeling it out with the Derringer?
I recommend everyone start at the lowest level and creep up because every vehicle is different. So for example, I think just in my opinion of driving a lot of Duramaxes, you're gonna find about Sport 2, Sport 3 on the PedalMonster. And then I have a feeling you're gonna leave the Derringer in level 6.
Okay.
So the Derringer, the nice thing about the Derringer is it doesn't add power until about 35% throttle. Now, I will say if you're towing really heavy, if you've got like a 3-car stacker or something behind you, then I would say, and most of our customers use is level 3 because it's the best balance of power and fuel economy.
Okay. You said 6? No,
a lot of guys for the Duramax are using City 8 through Sport 2. So a little higher on City, right in there. And yeah, again, every vehicle is different. So the EcoDiesel guys with the little 3-liter Ram trucks,
right?
Great engine, but there is so much pedal lag that they have to go almost track because there's so much lag in that pedal.
Okay.
The Duramax doesn't need as much help in the pedal lag department.
Okay.
I'm going to show you one really trick move here. So I want you to hit the right arrow to go to the menu. That's how you always access the menu. Right? Okay. Then I want you to go down and select Banks Modules. Scroll down to Banks Modules. Right? Select the right arrow. That selects the item. Okay. Now I want you to click on PedalMonster so you're going to select it by hitting the right arrow. Nope, right there. Okay. And I want you to scroll down to speed-based trim. That's the third item.
Yep.
And select it by hitting the right arrow. Now check this out. Level 0 is what we're normally in. That means full added sensitivity all the time, any speed, whatever.
Okay.
If you were to bump that to level 5, PedalMonster would add no sensitivity until you pass 10 miles per hour.
Oh, okay.
So if you're pulling a heavy trailer, but you don't want to be blippy off the line every time you leave a green light or a stop sign,
right,
you set it to level 5, and it rolls in its added sensitivity as you cross 10 miles per hour.
Excellent, because that was going to be a question I was going to ask you. How is it going to be once I start towing?
That's exactly right. We designed this just for guys who tow. So you can have all the added sensitivity you want on the highway, and none of it, or as much as you want. You could select, for example, level 2, 3, 4, and anywhere in between, and we roll in the added sensitivity smoothly as you cross 10 miles per hour.
Okay.
By that point, you've got momentum.
Right. No, that makes sense. That was going to be a question that I had when I had that set up, because I know with my fifth wheel, once I hit it, because I can always feel it, the slop in the hitch itself. Now with the bumper pull, I've never had that issue, but we'll see. So because I'm towing from the acid instead of my bed itself. So.
Gotcha.
Cool.
So this is another thing to play with right here. So again, this is the only throttle booster, the PedalMonster, that knows the speed you're traveling. That's how we're able to do that.
Okay.
That's why it's so important that this device is connected to your OBD port. Okay. It's getting your speed and your gear in real time.
Okay.
What do you think?
This is awesome. I mean, just by putting it in that track mode, I know what's going to happen is I'm going to take this thing home and I'm going to be screwing with it, just hammering it and seeing. I got to get the feel of it. It's just like anything else, you know, like a new phone, you're always screwing with it, trying to figure out, hey, what are its capabilities, or what are your limitations of this engine? That's what I'm going to do.
Can I tell you some other cool stuff about the iDash?
Yeah, sure.
So the iDash, you can set up alerts. Let's say you want to know the high oil pressure, the low oil pressure. Okay. You want to know the highest transmission temp you ever got when you're towing heavy, right? You got a 3-car trailer back here, you're like, and you're going through Utah in the summer, okay, and you're curious what that trans temp's getting. You can set a high and low alert, and it'll pop a big amber box right on the face of the gauge.
Excellent.
You can also set minimums and maximums. So it's basically logging every time this engine is running, it's logging the minimum or maximum of whatever parameter you want. Simple one would be like, what's the fastest speed I've ever driven in this, right? And yes, I know this truck maxes, it's got a limiter at 99. But just for grins, you set the max, it says, well, 94 is the fastest Steve's ever been. Right. You can set a min or max for any level, any parameter, pressure, temp, delta, anything you want on here, you can set, and it will keep a log of it. So you could go back later and the dealer says, man, you were pushing, you got the oil temp too high. And you say, no, oil temp was X, because you're looking at the max log right there.
Right. Okay.
Most powerful little bugger you've ever seen, I'm telling you. It's so handy. If you get a check engine light on your dashboard, what do you normally do? Take it to the dealer and hope for the best. Nope. You go in here, hit the right arrow. Okay, and then go up to diagnostics.
Oh, sweet.
Click the right arrow. Okay, now click again for vehicle. No, that was you're on the right one.
Okay.
All right, now go to check vehicle codes. There you go. Now it's checking for the vehicle codes. It's going to tell you if this truck's got any codes.
Oh, sweet.
And my guess is it'll return no codes. Yeah. No codes found. Okay, now, if you had codes, you could go down to clear vehicle codes, the third one down.
Oh, sweet. Okay. Go ahead and do it.
Yeah, you could do it. Yeah. It doesn't have any codes, so it'll probably say no codes to clear.
Yeah, clear.
You can say yes or no. Yeah. So if you're stranded in the middle of the desert out in Mojave, and you get a code, and it turns out to be a minor, you don't know if it's a minor or a major code.
That's right.
This will tell you.
Okay.
I think you're the first person to throw me out of the chair under acceleration.